So I'm happy to welcome Damien, the CEO of Volexion, and he will present us today Volexion's graphene protection encapsulation technology for a high-performance lithium-ion materials. So Damien, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Alia. And well, hello everyone, and thank you for joining the presentation today. And what I wanted to talk to you today is how graphene can help push forward the lithium-ion industry by improving cathode material performance. So the lithium-ion market at this point, I believe, does not need a lot of presentation because of the high growth prospect driven by the adoption of EVs. And there's a number of innovation and new approaches that serve this market, which you've seen a few with nanograph and graphenics earlier today. However, there is one trick to the lithium-ion market is when you break down the battery cell component by component, particularly the key component, and you look at the innovation by type of components. There's a wealth of innovation happening on the electrolyte, a wealth of innovation happening on the anode side. There's been a lot of innovation on the cell design and manufacturing over the past 10 years that all these innovations have driven down the cost of lithium-ion by over 80%. However, the key component of the lithium-ion battery is the cathode material because it's the energy capacity limiting factor of lithium-ion batteries. And it's also the single highest cost component of lithium-ion batteries. And when you look at the innovation that happened on these components, particularly startup innovation over the past 10 years, it's fewer than 5% of the startup and venture deals that focused on the cathode material, which makes this space particularly interesting to innovate and bring some new ideas and new solutions. In particular, in terms of impact, so the cathode is the limiting factor of energy capacity, and increasing given the difference in capacity between the anode and the cathode. 10% increase in the cathode energy capacity is equivalent to a 25 to 30% increase on the anode. So that makes it a high-stake market as well. With that being said, there is some innovation going on the cathode space. In particular, there is a push by large industry players such as the BASF and the Umicore of the world to decrease the cobalt content and move towards nickel-rich material and towards the elimination of cobalt, essentially, which has some benefit. In particular, when you move from an NMC 532, which is today's state-of-the-art material, to zero cobalt materials such as LMNO, you can increase the capacity of the cathode material by over 30%. However, it does come with some trade-offs because by eliminating cobalt, you bring some structural disordering, you bring some gas generation, and some increased deleterious side reaction with the electrolyte that leads to a loss in thermal stability and a loss in cyclability of the cathode material. And so Volexion proposes a conformal pristine graphene encapsulation applied to cathode material that essentially shrink wraps a few layered graphene coating around the cathode material, which one of the properties of our coating is that it allows for the free diffusion of lithium while preventing the electrolyte from accessing the surface of the cathode material. Here you can see on the right-hand side some SEM images of the shrink wrapping approach that we take and bring to a cathode material. And here you can see a microscopic image of the few layered graphene. So it's 6 to 10 layers of graphene that we conformally coat on the surface of the cathode material. And the benefit of our solution is that at the same time, we bring the surface protection by preventing access from the electrolyte to a cathode material, while bringing the thermal and electrical conductivity benefit of the graphene to a cathode material. So this comprehensive performance improvement that we bring to cathode material translates in a number of benefits for lithium-ion cells, primarily a significant increase in cycle life compared to the uncoated material. We more than double the cycle life. We demonstrate that on a regular basis. We provide the ability for the